What is up, everyone? Sean here, and welcome to this happy little edition of the Hawke Talks today. Because, oh man, I stayed up, pretty much stayed up till 7 in the morning, barely got any sleep, and the Nintendo Switch, formerly known as the Nintendo NX, has finally been revealed in some form and way to the entire world, and I'm super excited from what I've seen from the preview video. And it already showed off quite a bit. It definitely showed off the main quote unquote gimmick of this console here. And first off, it's a hybrid, so I think for the most part it is a console. I mean, it was pretty much what the game, the Wii U was supposed to be with the gamepad. It really wanted to show off that, oh, you can take this gamepad, you can go somewhere else and go play with that. But unfortunately, it really wasn't able to do that. I barely was able to play the gamepad in my in the other room, but whenever I felt like it. But the concept was, the idea of that was pretty cool at the time, but now it seems like with this Nintendo Switch, it's really gonna get that down and really gonna I think it's gonna be really cool. I really don't know where to start. I mean, I guess we can start with the design here, and I think it's very modern. It's very, again, to the point, just very modern, mainstream. It looks like a tablet with controller attachments, so that you can actually go play games on it. And I'm pretty damn sure that thing is a touchscreen, even though you didn't really see any tapping going on the screen. It has to be, because Breath of the Wild was being played on there, and it's also going to be on the Wii U, which has a touchscreen, and you are pretty much going to be tapping the screen for the menu stuff and all that. And I'm pretty damn sure it's gonna be a touchscreen. It has to be. A tablet with no touchscreen is a really obsolete device already, if that's gonna be the case. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be different. It's gonna be a touchscreen. So this is not gonna be a very portable TV screen they can't even interact with. So. But I think for the most part, it's very simple. Again, modern, and really gets the point across. It does come with a home port that you can just dock in and play on your TV. So I think we can pretty much not worry about capturing and stuff like that and putting it on YouTube. Maybe we'll still get the usual third-party claim from Nintendo, but as long as I can capture it and show it to the people on YouTube, then I'm completely fine with that. I think for the most part we can capture it. That'd be pretty cool. But let's just go into the other things about the physical design itself. It's very thin. I question the ergonomics on it for right now, because I mean, sure, it'll come with a Pro controller of its own. I think it'll probably have some kind of backwards compatibility with the other controllers from before, on the Wii U. Especially with the Wii U Pro controller, if anyone is super comfortable with that, it would be awesome for Nintendo to let that controller be backwards compatible. That'd be great. We don't have to kind of go out our way to get the new Pro controller that's exclusive for the Switch here. Well, let's talk about the main controller. I think it's neat. I think being able to detach the little sides to the screen is a really cool idea, and it really looks like the gamepad of what it really supposed to be. You can see the D-pad. You can see the pretty much the layout is pretty similar. A lot of people are confusing some buttons, though. People think the plus button up on the right side of the controller is a D-pad, but no, it's the plus button, and you'll notice that because of the minus button. So that's pretty much what you saw from the Wiimote. It has both of those buttons, so that kind of speaks to me that it might have some degree of backwards compatibility with maybe the Wii U games. especially with Mario Kart 8 appearing on in the video. So it either might be like the Switch edition. I don't know what they're gonna call it, but the definitive edition of Mario Kart 8. Maybe they will expand on it. It'll probably be a entirely new physical game, or it could just be the fact that it is backwards compatible somehow, and you're able to use disc with this Nintendo Switch. But who knows how that works? Hopefully you don't have to bring the dock with you. You don't have to power it or anything like that. You can actually truly play Mario Kart 8 on the go and stuff like that with the disc in there. But it'd be kind of sad to see the lack of backwards compatibility for the Wii U discs. If it lacks on that, it would kind of be sad. But if the definitive version of whatever game comes onto the Switch from the Wii U, if it has enough features, enough like more characters, more stages, whatever it is, that if it really adds that much more to the game, then I think it might be worth rebuying again for the Switch. But we'll really have to see. That's part of the questions that I have for the Nintendo Switch here. But so yeah, the controller layout seems to be similar with the GameCube. You'll notice that the right analog stick is on the lower end. That's pretty much like the C sticks on the GameCube controller. So, which means it's probably going to cater to. It's trying to, cater towards the people who play Smash. I know that people will still be stuck with the GameCube controller, but I saw the 2 USB slots on the side of the dock, so that could mean that it's possible for the GameCube adapter to work on the Nintendo Switch as well. So I think we have nothing much to worry about, but otherwise, I have no problem switching over to a new controller. I think the controller looks already like pretty neat. But my only question and skepticism about the controllers for the Switch is the 2 controllers that you can detach and play like they're like the Wiimote and Nunchuck arrangement. Are they too small? Are they too slim for people with big hands? My hands are more on the big side, so I'm a little skeptical on that part when it comes to the ergonomics. But hopefully, I mean, we do have options for getting different controllers, sure, but when it comes to the worst, like, will this setup be uncomfortable? So that's another question I have for that when it comes to the Switch. So let's talk about more what is known from this from this video for the Switch. One of them is that it's the fact that it will start using cartridges again, as we've seen from the N64 when it comes to consoles. It's taking a step back somewhat, but at the same time, it is taking that modern twist into consideration. They pretty much look like SD cards, but if you take a closer look, it has the Nintendo label on it, and obviously it's a prototype for the new cartridges, that what they're gonna look like. But the point is they're gonna be small, they're portable, it has a small footprint, just like the actual like console itself, and I think it's really neat, especially with today's flash technology and storage and stuff like that. It will be able to store quite a bit of memory into that little cartridge right there. Well, we're definitely going to see at least 32 gigs of storage per cartridge here, if they're really going to try to like make games really good, especially seeing something like Skyrim on the Switch in that video. It really shows me that they're really going to try to go balls out when it comes to the games, or at least a lot more than what they did with the Wii and the Wii U. So the cartridge rumor that has been speculating around, that's been answered. Yes, it is going to be using cartridges. The answer is that little game card port, will that also be taking in 3DS games? That's one of my other questions that I have for this one, and that's one of my biggest questions for it. I really want to see the 3DS being compatible with this system, as much of a crazy idea it is, because we have the 3DS already. But really, for me, I really want to see this happen, because there's really no other way to capture 3DS games and put them on YouTube other than having your 3DS get modded by someone and pay a lot of money up front, and just to be able to capture games. And I can't even do it because I own a Mac, and the software to capture 3DS games is only for Windows, unfortunately, and they're not willing to develop the software to make it compatible with Mac computers. So that's definitely already out of the window. Besides the $400 price tag, or even higher, depending on who you're hiring to do that. And seeing this compatible with the 3DS will make me super happy, because of being able to capture it, being able to put it on YouTube, being able to just show the people that I love 3DS games. I really want to show that, but I can't do it without really like invest in a piece of technology that will eventually be obsolete now, especially with the Nintendo Switch, and running into the risk of not working and stuff like that if the modder didn't mod it right and stuff like that. And I just don't want to go through that hassle. So the Nintendo Switch here is a big opportunity to have compatibility really go out there, especially with 3DS and hopefully Wii U. Maybe Wii as well. I mean, the Wii games were compatible with the Wii U, so I don't see why not the Wii as well. But for the most part, I would really love to see 3DS making it in there as well. We don't know how big the game card port is. We just know that it will use cartridges through. So I think it's really neat. I think it will provide that small footprint as well, and hopefully it'll be easy to track those games, because maybe they're too small and we'll probably lose them pretty easily. And the 3DS games are already small enough, so hopefully losing them will not be an issue here as much as we would kind of expect in the future. Another thing we obviously know about the Nintendo Switch is that yes, it is indeed a hybrid, console hybrid, being a handheld and a console in one. People were speculating about the NX being an all-in-one device, bringing a crossover from one device to another, but it's kind of on that when it comes to the concept. But the answer of being a hybrid is true, I guess. And it seems like Nintendo is really trying to cater to both audiences between the mobile gaming side and also, or the handheld people as well, and also the console people like myself. And I think it's really trying to answer to both of those to those audiences. With the console being able to play at home, it has really good graphics, really fun games, it seems like, in the future. But also the physical portability that you would able to get with mobile devices. So it really seems it's really cool that they are making it that way. I know a lot of people will be complaining about it being just like a big ass DS that you can attach to your TV. But again, I mean, I really want to see 3DS games being compatible with this device. But I think for the most part, it works, it makes sense, and I think it's gonna do what is meant to do really well. And they're really conveying the whole portability thing. You can take it on the plane, you can go take it out in the outdoors, you can play in your car. They even had some kind of mount for it. If you take a closer look at car scene in that video. They were actually playing on the mount, so it looks like the accessories are going to be a whole nother thing for the Switch. I really want to see a lot of accessories for this. Hopefully they have some kind of Game Boy player. They have some kind of 3DS player. If they don't have the compatibility physically in that device, in that game card port, excuse me, and just see more, and hopefully see other accessories compatible with this as well, including the GameCube adapter. And again, I really do like the design of it, the physical design of it. It's got a very small footprint. My only question for that is that gonna be is that screen gonna be big enough for us to be satisfied for what it is? If it's gonna, if like, hopefully it'll be bigger than like the iPhone 6 Plus, and hopefully it'll just be portable enough for us to carry it around, like this whole thing was trying to market it towards us. I just really hope that the screen is big enough for us to play, because from a lot of the angles it does seem more on the small side, but I just want to see this in person. So that was another question answered. For the physical side, it is going to be a hybrid between a console and a handheld. Really fucking cool. Now, let's go to another part that we know, which is the games that's been revealed in this particular video. We know that Mario is going to be a thing. We already have a new Super Mario coming out on this system. Is it going to be called something like the Super Mario Switch? We don't know, and maybe we'll see some kind of very gimmicky things that are really fun in this Mario game, involving with switching around and stuff like that. But probably not. I think it's really going to be a nice, fun, traditional Super Mario game for right now, from what we see. But it's pretty early to call it. But I hope that it's at least fun for this Mario game. Another game we saw in this preview here, and that's really interesting, it's Skyrim, of all things. And we saw the definitive version of Skyrim, or the HD remaster version of Skyrim, judging from the footage that they showed in this preview. That is showing us that they are really getting those third parties back in there. And we are also gaining Mario Kart 8 as well. I think I've mentioned that earlier. Hopefully that backwards compatibility is true, but again, we have to see. But for now, we do have a Mario Kart 8 of some kind in this video, and it seems to be different quite a bit, because we see King Boo in there, and not only that, we see the double items as well, which was in Double Dash. So looks like there's gonna be some kind of expansion on this Mario Kart 8 edition for the Switch, and I hope that it will make it so that the previous owners of the Wii U version will be able to just switch over to the Switch, switch over to the Switch. Funny enough, to make it really easy, and hopefully we don't have to actually pay a full price for the expansion. Hopefully we have some kind of easy way to make that happen. Hopefully that will be a thing. And again, hopefully this device is backwards compatible with the Wii U stuff. But we'll really have to see again. And speaking of Wii U games, we also have a Splatoon game in this preview as well. And Quiet pointed out that there were some new hairstyles in that little snippet that we saw, and it looked really good as well. It's kind of on par with the new Mario Switch game, and I do hope it is a different Splatoon game. It could be Splatoon for all I care, but still, we are gaining some kind of expansion nonetheless for Splatoon, as well as Mario Kart 8. And as I mentioned Skyrim earlier, it's really showing that the third-party games are coming back to Nintendo, and they even showed an image from Nintendo that a lot of the third parties are coming back, and they are willing to partner up for the Nintendo Switch to develop their games on it. And it looks really promising. They are getting a really good number of third parties, including Capcom, including Access, Atlas, even Activision, and so much more. It's gonna be really nuts. I really am glad to see the third-party support coming back for this system. It's really been needed for a long time, and that unfortunately hit the Wii U hard because of that lack. And the Wii U, it all started back on the Wii when they kind of just said no to those developers, so that they can make for the most part family fun games on the Wii, and also the marketing on the Wii U was really bad. So a lot of the third parties kind of just said no on that, and that's why it was pretty dry on the Wii for the Wii U, other than some of the really good first party titles on that system. Well, now not only we are going to see first party titles on the Switch, we will see third parties making a comeback And the possibilities have expanded so much more because of that. Will we see a Nintendo versus Capcom? Who the hell knows? I mean, Capcom is on board to develop their games on there. We might see a Street Fighter 5 on the Switch. We never know, but it will be really cool because you can take it on the go. Bam! That's another cool thing about that. Just the whole taking the games on the go thing. It's gonna be pretty cool, especially for those people who travel a lot. But again, the third-party support, I really am loving that, and it makes this the Nintendo Switch all the more promising. And we're probably definitely gonna see a lot more games to choose from in the future, and I think the library is gonna be a lot more meatier than the Wii U. Another thing that we know about from this video is something that people don't kind of catch on right away, and that's the fact that this video consists of young adults. If you look at all the video and if you look at all the footage in this video, you will see nothing but young adults, older teens, or just younger adults ranging from 20s to 30s or whatever, maybe even 18-year-olds, but whatever. Point is, you don't see kids in that video, probably because they're actually making this system catered towards the adults, because they finally listened on that part, and they kind of just accepted the fact that adults are the better audience to go with when it comes to gaming, because of the longing dedication, and they really want the certain games to come out. And I'm not trying to like bag on the kids or anything like that, but kids can go all over the place, and they will move on to different things in their childhood, and that's been the case for me as well. I've can't really pay attention to one thing or another. I always kind of just shift things to very quickly, and so that's why it's good to aim your sights on the adults, because they have the experience, they have the mindset to be able to stay with the games that they want to play, and the fan base and the dedication, and they are willing to support whatever game they love, and I'm pretty sure they know what they're doing. So Nintendo did a really good job on that part to support it and cater and target towards younger adults or older teens in that little demographic. Pretty much the adults. Anyone, and the thing is, kids can still play this, but you have the mature level higher up, because you target it towards that demographic, and you just pretty much expanded you expanded the audiences as well, because of the Wii U and the Wii. If you'll notice that the videos that revealed their features and all that stuff was catered towards kids, families still, and not so much the solo hardcore gamer. And they also revealed in this video that yes, all the other adults can play together. You can also play, have two Switches. Yeah, I know it sounds funny, but two Nintendo Switches back to back, and be able to connect and play multiplayer games such as NBA and other games. It seems like they're taking the 3DS or the DS local play capability and putting that into this as well. So it's kind of sad to kind of say this, but yeah, the 3DS, their days are much more numbered than ever. Now that the Switch has come out, we know what it is, and we know what it's going to be capable of. And I have a feeling that people are going to start to see the 3DS as the budget Nintendo Switch as time goes on. So again, I feel like the Nintendo 3DS is going to start losing its relevance within the gaming community. But back on the hardcore gamers, yes, they are answering to that market as well. Again, older teens and young adults, and again, kids can still get on it, but they're playing something cool because it's what the adults want, and kids will be like, "Whoa, this is the adults are playing, guys. That's it's gonna be really cool." It's kind of like trying to see that rated R movie. It's kids think they're cool for seeing that R-rated movie because it's for adults. So it's kind of like that with this Nintendo Switch. It's probably gonna have that similar effect with the kids, and either way, the kids will want it anyway. So I'm just so glad that now we kind of broke the kids barrier from Nintendo, and now we're actually really gonna get mature, and not in the matter of adult XXX or anything like that, but in a matter of like having hardcore gamers and see the young adults actually being able to play this without any hesitance or anything like that. And not to mention, again, the third parties are on this, and it also answers the question of who are they going to make the games for, and that's older teens, younger adults, that demographic, that range of demographics. But again, older adults and kids can still get on this and still have fun. One other thing that we can kind of safe to assume is that the motion control in this device is not going to be emphasized just like it was on the Wii and the Wii U. Seems like they're going to keep that to a minimum. There's probably going to be some kind of some minimal gyro controls with the controllers themselves. But I think other than that, I think we don't really have to worry about motion controls anymore. I think they're trying to kind of push that away and trying to just use the motion controls only when it's necessary. And one more thing that we do know is the release date on this on the Nintendo Switch, and it's gonna come out March 2017. Holy crap! Early 2017 is gonna be so awesome. We're gonna have Tekken. We're gonna have a new Tails game. We're gonna have new Digimon game. We're gonna have all kinds of stuff coming up, including the Nintendo Switch. It's gonna be really awesome, but at the same time, I'm probably gonna be broke by then. But it's all gonna be worth it. I'm really am amped up for the Nintendo Switch. Now, one more thing about the Nintendo Switch that we know, it's not from the video, but it was somewhere else. And Nvidia came out and said that they are providing the hardware for this system, and it's pretty much going to be on par with the games you see today for the PS4 and the Xbox One, I'm assuming. And the games all are looking pretty good. I mean, we can only say so much about it since it's kind of like a TV. We're like looking at a TV screen, and then we're looking at the game. So until we see direct gameplay trailers for the Nintendo Switch, we can only say so much. But from what Nvidia has said, it seems really promising. So the games are actually going to look fantastic. Although Nintendo hasn't been known for the graphics, they look stylish, and the gameplay has been always super fun. That's what Nintendo tries to convey. But because of the audiences today, they want graphics, so they got to answer to that, and they will make the games look really good. It seems like what you see in Mario 3D World, maybe a little better for that. But still, I think it's going to be on par, at least with the PS4. Now let's go to the other things that we don't know already. I already said the 3DS compatibility. Is that going to be backwards compatible? We don't know. Whether it's going to go in that game cart port, or is it going to have its own 3DS player? Another important question about this is the battery. How long will this thing last? They really conveyed on the portability. You can take it on the go. You can take it anywhere. But they didn't really say anything about the battery life. That thing should be on par with the iPad, or even better. But I think Nintendo has had a good history of having a good battery life on devices, with the exception of the gamepad. I think the gamepad was a little on the short side. I actually had to switch out a different battery just so that I can play longer without having to go charge it and stuff like that and plug it in. But even with that, I think it's still kind of short, in my opinion, for the gamepad. It's a very important question nonetheless for the Nintendo Switch. How long will the battery last? And what kind of port are we looking at here? Are we looking at a USB port? Are we looking at a micro USB port? Because I do have power banks, and I am hoping to be able to charge it via power bank if I am in a situation where I do want to keep playing, but I have to charge, and I don't see any plugs nearby. So it is important to know what the battery life is going to be like, but I'm pretty sure they're going to reveal that in the next major Nintendo Direct. I also kind of touched upon this question as well that I have for the Nintendo Switch, and it's the size. Is the screen gonna be big enough for us to be satisfied with for what the device is trying to be, being portable? I am expecting it to be a little more on the small side, but I don't want it to be too small. I just hope it's kind of somewhere around the iPad side or the Galaxy Tab. Maybe like the iPad Mini at the smallest. I don't know. I'm not too sure on how the measurements are exactly, but I just hope it's not too small. I think always going bigger is a little safer on this. In my opinion, it's just safe because people are happy that way, and the people who don't care it's just extra gravy for them anyway. Not only the size is a question, but I did touch upon the comfort. Will the ergonomics be comfortable? Will this device will fit in your hand comfortably, and will that affect your hands in a long run in a bad way? And will your hands ache after a few hours, or will it be super comfortable? We don't know that, of course, and that's why that's like one of the obvious questions we have for the Nintendo Switch here. So the games in this video look promising, sure, but we don't know what other games are gonna be on this device. Will we see an Animal Crossing game? Will we see a Metroid game? Or are we gonna see a F-Zero title that everyone's been waiting for, and all the other underrated Nintendo games that deserves a lot more spotlight, along with Mario and all the others. What we do know for sure is that we're gonna get a new Sonic game on there, with the whole Resistance thing going on. Hopefully it might, go with a different name besides Sonic Generations. I really do think it's gonna be something different, but we'll definitely have to see. But nonetheless, we are getting a new Sonic game on the Switch. On the early trailer, it said NX because that was the product name for it. So, gonna have to get used to the fact that we have to call this the Switch. But anyways, and another game we do know it's confirmed to happen on the Nintendo Switch here is Pokemon. Holy shit! I'm all the more excited because of the fact that you have the console quality graphics, but with the portability of a handheld. Just what the freaking Pokemon on the Switch can look like and what it can be is just so many possibilities. And I'm just super excited, and maybe we'll possibly get that 3D, really good looking 3D Pokemon game that we've been looking for. Maybe possibly like a very MMO-esque Pokemon game that we've always wanted. I definitely want to see something like a Pokemon Stadium or Pokemon Coliseum, something maybe with a story mode or something. But being portable and this being able to connect with other Switches or Nintendo Switches, I'm pretty sure it must have some kind of like multiplayer going on in that Pokemon game for the Switch. I'm all that more exciting for that. And another question is, what are the other features that this device is gonna have? Again, is it gonna be backwards compatible? Is it gonna have a lot of accessories? Is it gonna have, a bunch of controller compatibility? There's so much questions that we still have for this device here, or the system. And this preview can only show so much. It's like a little teaser. I know they're trying to kind of get the people to get going with, and they can only go and show so much in this video. But it nonetheless raises the question of what are the other features for this device. Are we gonna see more of that in a Direct? And again, I really want to see the backwards compatibility with the 3DS. we don't know how big that game card port is. We can only time can only tell, and hopefully the next direct or whatever will answer those questions for, when it comes to features and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it for my thoughts on, or more thoughts on the Nintendo Switch here. And of course, the name itself, how can I forget? It could have gone worse. The Nintendo Switch is fine. It's very straightforward, and it gets the point across, and it definitely conveys what the device is going to do. It's going to switch from a console to a handheld. So, and it's going to be portable. That's this video really wanted to show. You can take it anywhere. You can play with your friends. It's going to be a fun little party device for some parties and stuff like that. Oh, and of course, how can I forget this? The last question is going to be, how much is going to be? That is one of the most important questions. I'm guessing it's going to be from $300 to probably $500 at the very maximum. Probably with a bundle or something with the game and all the controllers, or the good amount of controllers and accessories and stuff like that that will come with the Switch on launch. I'm guessing $500. I'm definitely ready to spend $500 on this thing. I'm invested. I am hooked on it. I am pretty pleased with what I'm seeing already. The fact that it answered a lot of the rumors, and I think this looks really promising. I'm super excited. I know it's good to remain skeptical, but for the most part, I'm optimistic about it. I really am excited. I really want to see what games come out for this. I really want to see more revealing information about the Nintendo Switch. Another question that's kind of up there as well is the Amiibo compatibility. Will this work? Will Amiibos work with this device? And I think the answer is yes. First off, they showed it in the background in the video, kind of showing like on the TV stand, and they didn't directly show that. Oh, he can put the figure on the device to make things happen. But I think for the most part, it will have some kind of compatibility for the Switch. It's a huge wasted opportunity if that was the case. If they didn't do that, all those people bought those Amiibos for nothing. Pretty much, it's pretty much gonna be only on the Wii U, and even the Wii U didn't really use the Amiibos too much, other than some like costumes and stuff like that, some bonuses here and there. But really, that's about it. And I think Smash is like the biggest game that actually used Amiibos, and I probably see like the most prominent features from the Amiibo. But even that, I think it's not all that much to it. So I think the Nintendo Switch is gonna have the same way of scanning the Amiibos, which is the like the new 3DS. You put it on the bottom screen, it'll scan it, and boom, you have the Amiibo whatever feature happening in that game. So I think the Switch will have that same exact procedure. So you're gonna have to put the Amiibo on top of the screen, and it'll scan it, and boom, there you go. All right, all right, so I think that's really it for reals. Of course, there are other questions that you guys might have, so you can put those down in the comment section below, and I love to read those. And also your thoughts, opinions, and stuff like that. I would love to read those as well. Put them in the comment section. This is just absolutely exciting. I'm super invested. I'm hyped. Of course, with some caution. Stuff like that. I do have some caution as well, trying to keep that out there, and but for the most part, I am optimistic again. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for this channel for more videos. Really always appreciate it, and it always definitely helps out the channel. Also, check out the links in the description box below, including all the social media stuff and my Loot Crate sponsorship. Click on the link, and a promo code is there as well for a 10% discount. Again, look into the description box for more information. This has been my Hawke Talks episode on the Nintendo Switch. I think that name is already kind of setting in a good way, and there's probably going to be more news, probably more rumors as well in some ways, and speculation to open up, but we'll have to see. And I'll definitely I'll try my best to report that as much as I can for the Nintendo Switch. Gonna have to get used to the fact that it's not gonna be called the NX. So, again, we will see what's gonna be revealed in the future. So, until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Later, Sean out.